Hey everybody. Okay, so last Wednesday's egg roll in a bowl was a really big hit, so I thought I would come back around with a snack idea because it's Friday and maybe you just want a little something before you go out. Well, Fridays a lot of times chips and salsa, go to a Mexican restaurant and enjoy, right? And the problem with that is that we often we fill our bellies with things that don't serve us well as we're going on our Friday night, either on a date or with our friends. So I was like, I bet there's a way to do chips differently. I bet. Like, why do we use corn? Like, why? Like, what purpose does it serve? It's because we always have. So I thought I would play around and experiment with. This is my first day ever trying this. So I'm going to try it a couple different ways. This is my first way. So if you want to try it this way also, that's awesome. But if you like this video and other ones, hey, you caught me live. Yay, finally, I'm so excited. If you like this though, please go to the YouTube channel, Irreverent Health, and click subscribe and then click the little bell. What we're trying to do is get up to 100 subscribers so that we can do a couple customizations, which I think will be fun going forward. But also you can follow me on Instagram, the grams. Please follow me on the grams. But without further ado, I bet you want to know how to make these protein chips, right? So in order to do that, let me tell you. All right, so I purchased a while ago some grass-fed whey protein powder. Pretty benign, right? So this recipe is like stupid simple. So I don't know if you've ever been out at a football party or something. We got football coming around here, and maybe you want to bring your own chips. This is going to be a really fun way to do that. So we're going to take 5 tablespoons, which is actually 1/3 of a cup plus a tablespoon. So if you want to, make it easy on yourself, you can do that. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, 1/3 cup. I'm going to stick it in this guy of protein powder. So whey protein powder is far better than corn. I mean, our bodies are going to process through it. Our bodies are going to process it better. It doesn't have high carbs where it won't spike your insulin level. So I don't know if you've ever felt that after chips and salsa. Like initially you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you're like, oh, it doesn't feel great after. This kind of helps alleviate that. All you really need is a vehicle for that salsa and that guacamole, right? And so this provides that. All right, so I did 5 tablespoons or 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of whey protein. The calorie count for that is 125 calories, and then the protein is 25 grams of protein. What? Chips are gonna be what for me? Amazing? Yeah. Pre-workout. Okay. The next thing is coconut oil. So the recipe that I found said 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, which, I mean, unless you're doing like keto or something like that, that's a lot of fat, and that's fine. Like if you're doing that, that's awesome. That's an opportunity to try that. I tried it both ways, where I was like, I really want to cut it back a lot. So I'm doing today's with a little under a tablespoon of coconut oil as part of it, which I'm looking for it. I made it. And I don't see it anywhere. Hold on. Did I keep it in the microwave? Oh my gosh, you guys. You see it? Here. Oh, it's right here. It's literally right here in front of me. I can't see it. All right, so I melted this in the microwave. The one big thing is whey protein will bind a little bit if it interacts with something that's too hot. So once you melt it, like if you had a solid coconut oil, you want to put it into, you want to wait for a second for it to cool off, not to where it becomes solid again, but just for a second. The other thing is I have a pot of boiling water that I let cool off for just a little bit. So it needs to be like not warm, but hot-ish water. And you're gonna do 3 tablespoons of that, and then about one teaspoon to what flavor you want for salt. And then you get to think about what your favorite flavors are for chips. So for me, I like garlic powder and onion powder, and so I'm gonna put probably like a teaspoon of that into here, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then let's see, what are you saying? Renee, hi from Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh, this is the second time someone from Puerto Rico has said hi. That's amazing. I'm super stoked about that. Hola. All right, So now you see here, I'm just gonna mix it up. And what I've already done is I've lined a pan with parchment paper and I've preheated the oven to 320 degrees. So if you're just joining, we're making protein chips, an alternative to the corn or rice or other, so they're gluten-free, that's pretty great. They're low glycemic, which is awesome. They have high protein, which is helpful if you're working out or if you need extra protein. So the consistency is like this, right? I think, because of my little test run, I think I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of water, and that will be 4 tablespoons of water. And what I'll do is I'll post a picture of what that one looks like after as well. But it seems like the thinner it is, the better it is. So let's do 1 more tablespoon of water. I'm gonna mix that in. So now it's a little more runny, and it's not lumpy because I had time to let it cool just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like pancake batter, to be honest with you. All right, so next is what we're gonna do. These things cook only in 15 minutes too. Isn't that great? It's super easy. Again, alternative. You can be a hero at your party, the most fantastic person who brings really nice things that really help people. And if you have any questions, I'm gonna try and watch this. It's so far away that maybe I can't see it, but I'm gonna try. So you can say hi if you want to. But can you see this? I'll push this down this way. All right, like pancake batter, I'm just gonna pour this out onto the parchment paper that I sprayed with a little bit of nonstick spray. So it can be coconut oil, it can be olive oil, whatever nonstick spray that you want on parchment paper. And super big, like just baking tip kind of in general. Oh, ciao Bella. Hey Marie. A super like kitchen staple is parchment paper. Number 1, cleanup is essential because you pull the parchment paper up, but it's a non-stick surface, and so you never ruin your pans. It's always, so cleanup is super easy. And it makes easy work of, if you wanted to pull things up like this, you can pull it up easy and break things off. It's just a dream. So I started using parchment paper not long ago, and I'm gonna try, so here. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to spread this out on the pan. Let's see if they can see this, right? I don't really want any holes in it. I kind of want it equitably spread across all of it. All right. So this is potentially, could be 1 serving. So the total calorie count in this is like 240 calories for this. So that's 25 grams of protein, 240 calories. And that's it, y'all. Like that's all that's in here. So if you want to get some green in there, I'm about to make salsa and guac as well. But I put this in the oven for 15 minutes. And this is kind of, well, I'll show you the after. I'm gonna do some quick salsa. So my friend Ruthie showed me how to make this salsa, and it is so much better than the store-bought stuff, y'all. It's like ridiculous. So one thing that I started doing though was I started blistering the jalapenos and the tomatoes before I made it. So here is a food processor. If you don't already have one, you should totally get one. And I'm gonna try and move myself closer to be honest with you. Hold on. Here we go. Come on over. Yeah. This is gonna be super, super close and tight. Let me try and like move it this way a little bit. Okay. Yo quiero salsa? Yes. All right. 1/4 of an onion, or like 1/3 or 1/4 of an onion. I'm gonna put that in the pan. And then if you look, I blistered. I don't have a grill. I just don't. I have a pan. So what I did was, the best I could do was blister the tomatoes, which is probably pretty jacked up, honestly. But whatever. I'm gonna put the tomatoes, and these are plum tomatoes that I got from the Whole Foods, which you can get them from the Whole Foods or the Publix's or the Lucky's or the Aldi's, wherever you like to go. And then I wanted 1 serrano pepper, which I blistered. Same thing here with jalapenos, because I like it super, super hot, like a maniac. And then I have this is about 3, it's supposed to be 3 cloves of garlic. This is probably like 10 cloves of garlic because I really like it garlicky too. So up to you, booze. And then I have a bunch of cilantro. So I'm gonna put that in there as well. And then I'm gonna let this thing do its magic. Wait, I forget. I think it's this way, yeah. Ashley DeBard Layden, she and I had an issue with this before. Oh, but I have to plug it in for it to work. All right. So you can see it's doing the work for me. What questions do you have while we wait? Oh, I forgot the salt and the lime. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when you forget something like that, that's okay. I'm gonna undo this just for a second. But salt is super important in this. And lime juice. I have fresh limes here, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go into my refrigerator and find my manufactured lime juice, just for the sake of time. Don't ever be afraid to, cut a quarter. All right, so a little bit of lime juice in there, probably like a tablespoon. And now, oh, it smells so good, you guys. Okay, one thing I always do also is I taste it, just to see what it tastes like. Also, one other thing, people always ask me about my earrings when I wear these, they're Dorame. So if for some reason you want some really pretty earrings, you should totally go check out her Instagram page or website. All right. It's really hot, which is great. It's actually, I feel like it's missing something. I might need some more salt and more lime, I think. It's missing like a tartness. I saw in some of the, so maybe 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I saw in some of the other jars of salsa that it needed, what am I trying to say? Use your words, Rodgers. That it maybe vinegar. It might be another additive that, to your salsa too. So that's something you want to try. Go at it. All right. That's better. That's so good. Okay, so salsa's done. You love the earrings. Thank you. I love them too. They're Dorame. So again, if you want earrings, they're amazing. You should totally go check her out. And also, I want to give a shout out to my hair lady. My hair was in a hot mess. I take an Epsom salt bath every morning, and it was a mess yesterday. And Ruki from Micah Salon did me right and got me squared away with a great haircut and color. Micah Salon. All right, I'm gonna make guacamole in this thing. Have you guys seen that before? All right, so guacamole is super simple, or this recipe is. I don't know if you've seen this trick before. Put your knife in the pit, twist. Donna Rivera, that's a shout out to you, my friend. That was something that she showed me. And then what I do, look how pretty that is. I mean, I feel like this is like a newborn. I'm so excited to see this face right here. It's so pretty and so gorgeous. I love avocado. And again, this is not one person survey. This is as if you were feeding people, which I hope to here in just a little bit. But again, take this, the pit, and you could just basically put it in a bowl and mix it together. I thought this was really fun, so I'm gonna try it in there. And I need a spoon. All right, so I'm just gonna run it around the sides here. Take out the guac, or the avocado. And for the sake of time, I made it do it, oh no, hand down. I'm gonna do this with, I'll do it with both. I'm gonna do it just 1.5 right now. 1 1/4 avocado. That's there. Has anyone ever had table side? It's really good. All right, so here's some onions. I'm gonna put that in there that I diced. I like mine hot, so I have some peppers, some tomatoes, and then of course cilantro. And then I'm gonna use a lime. Did you guys see that? I bet you did. And a hot mess. All right, I'm putting the little lime in this little lime press, and I think I did it backwards. hopefully this helps you know that you do not have to be perfect in order to do this stuff. I put it backwards, so you're supposed to put it this way. And there we go, squeezing out all the lime juice. Okay. And then a little bit of salt. If you just wanted to mix it up with like a fork, that's totally great. Is that Sandra? Sandra, I'm excited to spend time with you soon. Sanford, right? Sandra is someone who travels the globe. She decided this past year, she's such an inspiration to me. If you can see her name, you should totally give her a shout out. She's such an inspiration to me. She decided I want to travel, and she just found people to do that with and went and did it. And so she's been traveling ever since, multiple times a year. Gives me all kinds of like adult travel goals. All right. That's good. I probably overdid it on the lime, and it needs, I think it needs garlic. Add some, I'm gonna take onion powder and garlic powder because I don't have fresh garlic because I used it all. So let's see if that works. I think just half that lime would have been enough. I think that's better. I think it still needs a little bit more heat. So I'll still work on that. But here are, so this is what happens with the chips, right? It basically, the parchment paper lets me lift it up, and then this guy becomes a chip. So I'm breaking it off like this. So we're gonna see if it holds up. If it doesn't, I'll try this again with a different recipe. But if it does, I'm hoping it does. Here. I'll just, I don't care. I mean, whatever, right? You don't care. So let's see. Oh, it broke. But the other part didn't. So it seems as though, guys, that's really good. Okay, so you can see this part right here. It's a little more cakey, but it's still chip-like. This part right here is more chip-like, but it may not hold up. Well, I guess it did. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Don't be afraid as you make salsa and guacamole also to like play around with the flavors that make the most sense to you. I have friends who can't stand cilantro or can't stand lime, and so you just modify it just a little bit here and there. But make your own. It's so much better than the stuff. I mean, make your own if you can, right? Like also buy the good stuff if you like salsa. I just never liked the stuff that was in the store. So anyway, do you think you guys would make this? I think I'll probably make it again. But again, this will be helpful if you're going to a football party or if you're going to just out and about as you go into the holidays too. You can be the champ who brings all the chips, salsa, and guac to your people. And also just an alternative to, and again, trying an alternative. Irreverent health is about trying to disrupt the way that we've always done food in order to serve our bodies and ourselves well, but in a way that's fun and engaging and enjoyable. like no one wants to eat kale all the time. Maybe a rabbit, but we're not rabbits, so I get it, right? So we're just trying to figure out how to play around with the ingredients to just make them more enjoyable and still do life. So if you like this and if you think you might try it, please let me know, message me. I would love to see if you actually end up making it. It'd be awesome. And if you'll go to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe if this is something, and if other videos or things that you want to watch, hit subscribe and then hit the little bell. That would be super helpful to us. But all right, happy Friday, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.